right, we're getting it online a little later than usual, but it is that time. It's Weather for Weather Geeks time here on this Monday evening. I was out at the OSU Extension in Canfield after the 6 o'clock news this evening, actually debuting the winter forecast for a group of landscapers and snow contractors. I usually do a presentation for them around this time every year, and this year it happened to fall a few days before I officially debut the winter forecast, so it is out in the wild now. There are some who have seen the winter forecast. Just as a reminder, I will be doing my annual winter forecast this Thursday evening, 21 News at 6 and 11, in a much longer, more detailed, geeky, meteorological, savvy version. Will be put online around probably between 7:30 and 8 Thursday evening. I had some time off last week. I was down in Key West, Florida, a little family vacation just for a few nights. I'd never been down to Key West. Beautiful place. It was certainly warmer and calmer than it was around here. And one of the cool spots in Key West is you can actually get to the southernmost point in the U.S. is in Key West. There's a little monument there. You can get a quick picture. That was cool to see. So that was officially as far south in the U.S. as I, or anyone else for that matter, has been. All right, back here at home today. Beautiful looking sunrise, although the clouds today were the flavor of the day. Occasionally these thinned out some, but overall more clouds than sunshine today. It was a decent day though. We got into the 50s this afternoon, a little bit of a chilly breeze, but 50s in early November, hey, that's pretty much par for the course, so we'll take that. And unfortunately, this will be the high water mark of the next several days, maybe even the next 10 days. We'll get to the extended forecast in just a moment. Radar this evening showing some green. If you pull up the interactive radar on the Storm Tracker 21 app or wfmj.com/weather, it's going to show some green, but this is all virga. It's precipitation that's evaporating before it reaches the ground. We still have a lot of dry air in place. These dew points are down in the upper 20s and lower 30s. But from upstairs a few thousand feet on down, eventually the column of air will saturate above our heads tonight, and I think there will be some light rain that does break out. So let's not waste any time. Let's get to the forecast. Yes, some light rain is going to break out tonight, and if you're a morning commuter on Tuesday, just plan on a wet one. Nothing all that heavy, but there will be some light rain around for morning commuters Tuesday morning. It won't last all day, though. It's not an all-day affair. I do think the rain will taper off before the morning is through. In the afternoon, maybe some sunny breaks trying to develop here and there. I can't rule out one more sprinkle in the afternoon, but the afternoon will be a lot better than the start of the day, and it should be a pretty decent sunset as these clouds clear out tomorrow evening. Of course, now that we're back in standard time, this is the first time I've done this video in standard time, and yeah, it was pretty startling when I got back in town this weekend. Not only was it, of course, cold, the sunset was at like 5:17. Not my favorite time of the year, that is for sure. Hourly rain chances on your Tuesday. Again, I can't rule out some stray sprinkle early in the afternoon, but by far and away the wettest part of the day will be right around daybreak and for the first couple of hours of daylight. All right, a decent day coming up on Wednesday. It's not going to be as mild as today, but this will be one of the better days of the week. A calm day, partly to mostly sunny sky on Wednesday. All right, you may have heard storms and rumors of storms. You may have seen rumors of snow on social media and other sources today, including I've been talking about, of course, on air and online. Yeah, I think it's going to snow on Thursday. This is probably going to start as a mix of rain and some sort of mixed precipitation for a while. I think the changeover to some wet snow probably takes a little bit longer than our in-house model is showing here. It shows it just snowing by 10 in the morning. I think that's a little too fast. But sometime in the afternoon into the evening, yeah, I think wet snow is going to take over as temperatures fall through the 30s. And that snow should taper off as we get into the evening hours. All right, so for the first time this year, we're talking about how much snow to expect. Here's a look at our current model spread. GFS Ensemble gets us in the vicinity of 2 inches. European and GFS operational models are closer to an inch, and that's where I think we'll be. Right around an inch of slushy snow that can be, especially on non-paved surfaces. I think the roads are going to be largely fine with this. Although as temperatures drop below freezing Thursday night, any wet and slushy areas could freeze, cause a few slick spots on untreated surfaces. But the actual accumulations, yeah, they're going to be pretty modest. Here's a look at the odds of 2 inches or more. As you can see, they're all pretty low. Once you're down into this yellow area, that's 5%. A lot of our area covered by 10%. And then parts of Mercer County, maybe a 20 to 30% chance you see 2 inches or more. It's something that can't be ruled out, but I think a lot of us are going to get a slushy 3/4 of an inch or so worth of snow second half of Thursday. and into Thursday night. If we do manage to get an inch, we'll be kind of in a similar time frame to last year. Last year we had our first inch worth of snow on November 9th. This year Thursday is the 7th, so kind of similar to last year. The 30-year average is a little later in November. November 22nd is our average date for the first 1-inch snowfall. Boy, there's purple on this map. This is the 6 to 10 day outlook. This is a really impressive looking pattern for cold over the next 10 days, perhaps even 2 weeks. So this is pretty much showing a slam dunk. We're going to see below average temperatures late this week through the weekend into early next week. Boy, this is something. If this were January, we'd be talking about below zero nights and high temperatures during the day, maybe in the single digits and teens. It's not January yet, but here's cold shot number 1, coming with the snow Thursday to Thursday night, way below average on Friday. And then I'm going to roll this forward. I apologize, I don't have my browser showing. Let's head over to the browser. There we go. I want to actually show you what I want to show you. Here's the first cold air mass, Thursday night, Friday. Not much better than the mid-30s on Friday. Temperatures try to recover a little over the weekend, but I mean a little bit. Look at this cold coming early next week. There's Barney purple on this map. By Sunday and into Monday, I've got 33 for a high in the forecast for a week from today on Monday. The cold air just pouring out of Canada and down into the U.S., and it has legs. I mean, it's going to stick around through midweek. We could have 3 days early next week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, maybe even Thursday, where highs are in the 30s in early to mid-November. And not record territory, but that's darn cold for this time of the year. You know, the snow cover up in Canada is much farther ahead this year at this time than last year at this time. That could have implications for our winter. If there's a deeper snowpack over Canada, that's like refrigeration for air masses coming south out of the Arctic Circle. If they roll over that snow cover, they can maintain their strength or perhaps even become a little bit colder. When Canada doesn't have much snow on the ground, air masses coming out of the Arctic regions down through Canada don't have that refrigeration, and they tend to modify quite a bit by the time they get to the U.S. So that, you know, this could be interesting as we get into the upcoming winter. If the snowpack stays pretty deep, deeper than average up into Canada, that could mean more intensely cold air masses coming to the south. We'll talk about that and much, much more coming up in a few days. My winter forecast debuts on Thursday evening. In the meantime, have a great Monday night, and thank you for watching Weather for Weather Geeks.